As Global City has done equipping, evangelism training for local churches and for individuals through online and various mediums, one of the things that we've really noticed has made a big difference for people in helping mobilize the body of Christ to engage the community around them really is a very simple and maybe subtle shift, but can actually be pretty profound for people. It is a move, in their minds from having to make a formal presentation, to instead entering into conversation. And it seems like kind of, I don't know, maybe to some of us a no-brainer, or maybe to others raise a question. What do you mean? Is there anything wrong with evangelistic presentations? No, of course not. But for a lot of people, when they think evangelism, they think of making a essentially a sales pitch or some sort of formal presentation. And by simply helping people make that move from thinking about evangelism as a sales pitch, from equating evangelism as a formal presentation, and instead moving from that to seeing evangelism as entering into conversations about God and faith and Jesus, the gospel, entering into spiritual dialogue and building evangelistic friendships with people. We've seen people move from pretty inactive in Christian witness to now actually building those evangelistic friendships and entering into meaningful conversations as they love their neighbor, and as they are able to enter into this dialogue. Because it's a really simple principle, really, that a spiritual conversation is a conversation. And so most of us can have conversations. I think the challenge that's been out there for many in the church is when they think of evangelism, they equate it with a type of sales pitch. Most people are not salesmen. Um, I've actually had people that I've debriefed with after doing a training on reaching out, on starting evangelistic conversations with people, and they've actually said to me they were relieved to find out that evangelism didn't equal approaching strangers. Now, again, can evangelism involve approaching strangers? Sure. But for these people, evangelism equaled approaching strangers, and that wasn't for them. And so the more that we help people make that shift from making a formal presentation to having a conversation, I think the more we'll actually see people mobilized in the body of Christ to engage the people around them and to enter into healthy dialogue, learn to listen well, have discussions, and share from the heart with the people around them. And so there's a couple of key resources that we also just want to make people aware of. One is that we do live training with churches. We come in and do a workshop from Global City, and this is not teaching the sales pitch. It's not teaching a napkin presentation. Napkin presentations and really, prepared presentations can be helpful when they fit the relationship and the dialogue that is happening, sure, but you can find those in YouTube. What we really do is come in and say, how do you enter into conversations with people that engage the gospel, that talk about faith in a way that doesn't make them run, and signals to people you're a person of faith without forcing it down their throat. And so we just walk people through how to engage in these everyday conversations about the reality of Christ. Another thing we've done is we've taken a lot of that training content, we put it into book form, and you can find that on Amazon. If you look up Jumpstart Healthy Evangelism, and both for the live training for local churches and for the book, but we have QR codes there on the screen, and so you can go to those and tap into those resources. And we really hope that they will help us as we seek to gossip the good news and be those people that are living out the gospel of Christ in our communities, loving our neighbors, entering into evangelistic friendships, and representing God's kingdom in the everyday.